Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is gtaonline, and today we're going to be talking about the new improvements coming to GTA Online. That being from Hydra and Lazer nerfs to just about improving the way we play the game here. So if you want more content like this, like and subscribe to the channel, especially if you are new, and let's get right to the video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to cover is our vehicle updates. Now, in the newswire, it says that we'll be able to claim all of our vehicles just by via call Morris Mutual, and being able to claim all of them, you know, as an insurance claim basically. So, Morris Mutual also will no longer charge us for basically recovering personal vehicles destroyed during contact missions, custom description tags for garages to help quickly locate your favorite rides when calling the mechanic. I am so glad for this because I have so many vehicles in this game, it's absurd. So I think that's a very good addition to what they're trying to do here. And the ability to select from individual floors when requesting vehicles from the Eclipse Boulevard garage. I'm so glad about this also because once again I have a lot of vehicles in this game, especially sitting here on last gen. I mean, it's just absurd that we can't have that already, but I mean, we do have that. So other than that, it says pressing the D-pad right will engage your stealth mode on the new F-160 Raju plane. Vertical takeoff landing VTOL will move to L3 and LS, I believe it says. Holding L3 LS when flying, all VTOL aircraft will switch into and out of VTOL mode. And the option to request a active mobile operations center, Avenger or Terabyte delivered close to your location via the interaction menu. I'm so glad about this one because honestly it's tiring like calling it back and then calling it again when it could be just like the acid lab and you recall it to a certain location where you are, and I think that is great. Now the additional filters for race types when browsing through the jobs menu, this is a good thing too, because of how many jobs and just within the description of like adversary modes and stuff like that is in the game. It's a lot. It's way too much, to be honest with you. This is one that I think a lot of people were wishing for when these cars came out, but the Willard Eudora and the Albany Classic Broadway will now be eligible for taxi work when using the taxi liveries. I don't know why this wasn't a thing at first. It's just like the liveries feel like they're useless and on those cars, and it's just like, what's the point of having them on there if they're not able to be usable? And also, this is probably one that I think everybody's kind of glad about, honestly, but the lesser used vehicles will be removed from the in-game websites to streamline the browsing experience. These vehicles will be made available via events, showrooms, the Lucky Wheel, and other places. Now I feel like this is a good thing because the game is just so saturated with so many vehicles in the game, it's absurd. So that being said, the older vehicles in the game will probably be booted from the game, not unless they, you know, are put in some showrooms or stuff like that. So I think that's a good thing that Rockstar is doing that, because once again the game's very saturated. Alright, so we also have some gameplay updates as well, so I guess that kind of ties into the vehicle updates and things of that sort. But a new register as a boss option in your action menu, merging these Hero Serve and Motorcycle Club together. So I think that should have been added in the game beforehand, other than also if you're in a public session, you should not be limited to how many, you know, people are in the session that have the ability to, you know, go start a VIP or an MC club or anything like that. There is also a buy all option when purchasing body armor at the ammunition, and rent requirements for body armor is also being removed. So I think that's also a good thing, because as a low level player who has played this game for like years or whatever like that, I think that should have been an option a long time ago, considering how old GTA is. Like, if anybody knows how old GTA is, it's almost 10 years old, so we should have had this, honestly. So body armor will be restocked after quick starting a mission, matching the same body armor levels as when first entering the lobby, which basically means that you'll get all your body armors back if you quick restart the mission. So that's a good thing also. I don't know why that's also not into the game, but I mean, hey, it's being added to the game very soon, so I'm glad to see that coming too. And also, what else with the body armor is basically when equipping the body armor via the weapon wheel, the type of armor used will be relative to how much damage the player has taken, which basically means, I guess, if you take a little bit of damage, you'll get like some heavy body armor, or the body armor above that one, which is kind of like borderline weak body armor. So I guess it's the type to match the damage you take. So I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing, but I feel like if they just left that part alone, that probably would be just better to stay the way that is. I don't know, I'm a little confused myself about that one, but we'll see when it comes to the game. Alternate sprint control is also coming, so basically you hold to sprint. I still don't know why that wasn't an option before, but hey, now we're getting it, and I'm glad because my thumbs are tired. Okay, my thumbs are tired of tapping this damn X button. Alright, on to the balancing updates. Now the balance updates, these are a bit spicy, not gonna lie. So the payouts for mini collectibles and events such as buried treasures and treasure chests will be increased, and we are also increasing the payouts for Jiro the Last Play and Super Yacht Life to 25%. Now these probably won't be like the best money making methods if you really are thinking about it here, because they already don't pay much at all really. So not unless you feel like you're maybe a new player, but the Yacht Life one, you have to buy the yacht in order to actually get the mission, so take that as you will. Now we're balancing weapons such as the Lazer and the Hydra in free mode only, so I'm assuming they're just gonna like all together make the cannons on both of those weak, so that way the cannons on the new aircraft that's coming out is more powerful than those aircraft. Now the orbital cannon is also no longer being instantly reset or refined to prevent players from being targeted, so that's a good thing. No orbital cannon spam now. Now there's also one more thing that they're adding to New Gen, which is basically Xbox Series X and PS5. Now they're pretty much adding like a career progress thing where you can track your progress, like, you know, as a criminal, I guess you could say, criminal ranks and establishing your empire. Now I'm honestly not going to cover that too much because it's just basically your stats, like just showing your stats and things of that sort, so that's a good thing. And also there's creator updates. I'm not really going to cover those because they're just pretty much adding more stuff to the Rockstar creator, so that way people who create things can make very, very detailed missions and races and things of that sort. So that's basically all they're adding to the game, and honestly I'm glad that they're adding a lot of balancing and things of that sort, because look, everybody's sitting here saying, you know, I think the Hydra and the Lazer are pretty overpowered. I think they're overpowered because of those cannons. Those cannons are so overpowered. Now the missiles, obviously you could dodge the missiles, but you can't dodge a cannon, so I mean, I think that it's great that they're getting rid of the cannons on both of those aircraft, because honestly they're very annoying, especially if you're doing ground to air combat basically. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give a like and subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I make a video, and I'm out of here.